A lot of people do ask questions like, what are your contribution or what are your people's contribution? What steps are you people taking to making sure that, you will help about this insecurity going on in Nigeria? Like, I can't remember how many times so many people, including me, have used what they know to advise or to write to establishment, to establish authorities, what they are supposed to do. These people know what they ought to do, but they don't want to do anything. Now, there is something that I wanted Nigeria to learn from Burkina Faso. Unfortunately, you see, Nigeria is not a country that is ready for change. Nigeria is not a country that is ready for, good thing. Let me use the word, just good thing, simple word, good thing. Because what you are calling good is not what these people are calling good. What you are calling security is not what they are calling security. Now, you see, there is something that happened in Burkina Faso. If not, Burkina Faso is supposed to be the first country that these Islamic extremists will take over. Yeah. Burkina Faso is supposed to be the first country. Like, they grip the country. They grip the country. Even after Ibrahim Traore assumed office through military coup, like, it wasn't easy for him up to today. But I want to tell you in this video what Ibrahim Traore did that is sustaining Burkina Faso till today. And we wanted Nigeria to reciprocate that. But, terror sponsors and terror financiers who are in government, they were the first person that stopped such good thing. Now, in the year 2020, there is what the Burkina Faso people call Volunteers for the Defense of the Fatherland, VDP. So they arm civilians. What they say is that terrorists cannot carry gun and come to my community, and soldier is far away, and I know how to shoot gun and I don't have gun. It can't happen. So they arm their civilians, but just few of them, they bought AK-47. This one, they are not even saying civilians go and buy gun. This one, we even buy it for you. Come and take gun. But fast track to 2022, Ibrahim Traore now expanded it. He said, everybody go and buy gun and register. And he bought 50,000. He armed 50,000 people. I want you to go and Google what I'm saying. No, I want you to Google what I'm saying. Take note of what I'm saying. He armed, in the year 2022, 50,000 Burkinabés. Their men. He armed them. One of my friends have AK-47. They gave him one magazine. After 1 year, 6 months, he did not violate anything. He did not commit crime with that gun. Like, nobody said he is threatening me with the gun. They gave him another magazine. So he have one AK-47 with 2 magazines now, courtesy of Burkina Faso government. And my friend was giving me a story of how terrorists used to come to assault them. Even though they come into your city, they will not kill anybody. They will ask you to bring out food for them, all those things. But now, imagine in a community where 500 people have AK-47. You are very stupid to come there as a terrorist. No matter the training the terrorists had, the villagers will destroy you. And upon all those things, terrorists are still, pushing. I'm just trying to tell you what is sustaining Burkina Faso. Now, some time ago, my Senator Ned Nwoko, he brought a bill to the House of Senate. What was in the content of that bill? That Nigeria should allow every of their citizens who have good thinking, like who is not mentally unstable, who can reason very well, who can carry gun, who is not disabled to carry gun, that they should make a law to allow them to arm themselves. Senate rejected that bill. Before Senate rejected that bill, while Ned Nwoko was pushing for that bill, we started writing to Senate. And in some of our write-ups, we stated it that look at the template of Burkina Faso. Even though they are not free from terrorists, look at the advantage of arming these people. See the advantage they have got. Upon everything we wrote, they rejected the bill. Like, we were trying to push something so that the bill, not our write-up, we didn't say they should just take our write-up and use it to work. We started pushing because we saw that there was a bill in the House of Senate. So that was why we were pushing, so that the bill could skate through. But the bill will not. Because in that Senate are the people who were buying arms for terrorists in Benue. Benue State Governor came to Chinese television to say this. Go and Google what I'm telling you now. Governor Andia Hysen, that Reverend Father that told the world that there is no Christian genocide in Benue, when 600,000 Christians are in the IDP camp in his state. He came to Chinese television. He went to AIT. I have all of them video. He said, and I quote, we conducted judicial panel of inquiry and investigation. And we discovered that people in the House of Senate are the ones using their constituency project money to arm the militias, the terrorists in Benue, to kill my people. I'm not going to allow that. End of quote. That was what this man said. So how would you expect such bill to skate through in a situation where the people who are sponsoring the terrorists are in the house? Do you know Nigeria? You don't know Nigeria. You don't know Nigeria. So, I don't want to waste your time in these videos. This is what actually, helped the Burkina Faso people. You understand? This was what actually helped them. And if that should happen in Nigeria, I think this issue of terrorism will be a thing of the past. Yeah. Who is arming these terrorists? Who is arming them? Everything is a relationship. According to T.Y. Dajuma, they collude. So, they know what they are doing. They cannot be arming the terrorists and also arming the citizens. They are going to create a very chaotic scene. The citizens will defeat the terrorists. That is why. But don't forget to ask this question. Who made the call? Who made the call about the Catholic school children in Niger State that led to the kidnap of 300 students? Who made the call? Who called the military to leave the scene? Who made the call?
So that is the challenge.
Yeah. You were heavily criticized, and those who do not believe in the rehabilitation, reintegration, there are those who believe that if these people have killed Nigerians, innocent people, they don't deserve a second chance. They deserve to be killed also. They deserve to be prosecuted. But that concept of rehabilitation, giving them uniform, feeding them with Nigeria's money, and these are people who were up in arms against the state, and they're being given a privileged opportunity. I mean,
you see, I take responsibility, for certain things that are strictly Nigerian Army responsibility. Okay, but even I don't want to say I'm disowning what transpired in the safe corridor. Operations. It is a government directive, it's a government decision. It's not an army decision, all right, to rehabilitate, the repentant Boko Haram. The initial concept that we had was we gave them a timeline by which they must surrender. Between 2016 and, first part of 2016 and up to August or thereabout, we gave them a deadline by which they must surrender. And if they surrender, we assure them of free passage, and then we hand them over to the appropriate government agency to rehabilitate them. All right? That was our intention. But that deadline passed, and we say, okay, no more. As far as the army was concerned, as at that point, was involved directly in the kinetic operation to deal and degrade and also to clear, the insurgents. And we did that. I'm sure you see my commanders in the field. General Ezugu is here with me, and so many other General Dioshun and so on, General Blamabu. These are, officers that know what they are doing, and they did everything to degrade and deal with the Boko Haram insurgency. There are so many others, general, that I don't need to mention everybody. So at that point, government now took another agency, which I don't want to mention, continued with this, with what we initially wanted, to persuade them to come. But as far as the army was concerned, the deadline has passed. But after that, so the other factors, other interests came in. But unfortunately, they see it as if it is the army's responsibility.